Welcome to 2K Sports. Glad to have you with us for a little NBA basketball. A Monday night broadcast of the NBA. It'll be Kevin Durant and the Oklahoma City Thunder facing off against Greg Monroe and the Detroit Pistons. And the first quarter's just about to roll off the assembly line in Detroit. Let's head on out to Kevin Harlan in the Motor City.
We're coming at you from the Palace of Auburn Hills in beautiful suburban Detroit as the Pistons prepare to take the floor. The Thunder made a special trip here for one game, back in Oklahoma City for the next one. They are one of the few undefeated teams at this point of the new NBA season with a 7-0 record. Tremendous play.
Well, you know, they've only played these guys once during the regular season, but they did beat them, so they've got to feel pretty good about their chances. The matchup seems to be pretty good for them.
And, Steve, if they win this one, that'll technically make it a 2-0 sweep. Not a major accomplishment, but still something you could feel good about.
And checking out Oklahoma City's opening lineup, courtesy of our friends at State Farm. The front line, Kevin Durant, Serge Ibaka, and Kendrick Perkins. Russell Westbrook and James Harden, the terrific tandem in the backcourt. And for the Pistons, Knight and Stuckey are manning the backcourt. In at forward is Tayshaun Prince and Jason Maxiell. And it's Monroe in at the center, locking down the middle.
Love the finish there. Not much defense, though.
Well, you could see it happening. You knew the Thunder were poised for a deep playoff run last year after coming up short to the Mavericks in 2011. They made quick work of them in the first round last year.
Now, here is Knight. 5 to shoot. Prince with a screen on Westbrook. Shot off the screen, and Durant with the block. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Pistons on defense. Looking back on that series, Clark, it was a bit of a statement from the Thunder to go out and sweep the defending champions. Had a couple close games in there. But to do it in Dallas, I thought, with a Game 4 series-clinching win, was pretty impressive. I know, Steve, you thought so as well.
Oh, no question. And then, of course, they followed that up by beating the Lakers and then San Antonio before finally losing to Miami in the finals. So you look at that murderer's row of opponents that they had to face in the playoffs and to win.
Wow, that was unbelievable.
Look at that.
How about that?
Look at that.
An absolute gem of a throwdown there.
A little extra dose of flair on that one. Some style points for sure.
I give him a 10, Kevin, no question. That is a 10.
The Sprite replay really gave you a good look at the action. Passes it to Monroe. Feeds it to Maxiell. Knight, 6 on the shot clock. Here's Monroe. Kendrick Perkins pulls it in.
And you got to like the defense inside, really protecting the rim.
Challenging shots and making his presence felt around the rim, that's exactly what he can give you.
Harden against Prince. Maxiell over Westbrook. And it's Maxiell, no good.
You got to like the defense, not quitting on the play and getting a hand in the face.
Sure do. With a tough defender breathing down your neck, that makes it not an easy shot.
Stolen by Monroe. Stuckey with it. Guarded now by Durant. Takes it into the teeth of the knee and converts the layup.
Well, Thunder head coach Scott Brooks had some pretty good days in his NBA career. Actually went undrafted out of UC Irvine, but ended up playing in the CBA and then played, I think, 8 or 9 years in the NBA. Ended up winning a title with Houston in 1994.
Prince's shot is good.
Well done, finishing that one off.
Now let's go to Doris Burke, who had a chance to catch up with head coach Scott Brooks.
We discussed their game plan defensively, and he mentioned that controlling Greg Monroe will be crucial. He said Monroe is a guy who can score inside, rebounds well, and his passing really sets him apart. Their offense runs best when it goes through his hands, so pressuring him and staying vigilant is essential for us. Guys, can they slow him down?
Thanks a lot, Doris. Well, you mentioned Coach Brooks and his background as a point guard. You see a lot of former point guards, I think, Steve, becoming head coaches.
Yeah, it's true, Kevin. You think about the guys who have had to lead teams as point guards, it's a natural transition for them to go into coaching. They're used to directing traffic. They're used to kind of figuring things out during a game, so they have to think their way through a contest. So, yeah, it makes a lot of sense that point guards sometimes make good coaches.
Now that we have a chance, let's go to the 2K leaderboard and reveal last season's top shot blockers. Serge Ibaka, number 1.
Boy, what shot blocking instincts he showed last year. Just seemed to get to every shot. Great anticipation, great awareness.
So for the Pistons, their last game, a win against the Rockets in Houston.
Well, it was a good win. Ball movement, offensive spacing, efficiency. They were just really solid at that end of the floor.
And when they got hot, they were impossible to cool down. That was the case throughout the game.
Stuckey against Harden. And the shot is good from Stuckey. Stuckey's got his second bucket of the night.
Boy, he just battled through that initial impact and somehow willed it in.
Excellent concentration. That's what you like to see.
The Pistons shooting their first free throw of the night here.
Well, this is a club that shot 75% as a team from the free throw line last season.
Free throw, good, Stuckey.
Detroit is a team that turned some heads early last season. It came out of the gate strong and overall seemed to grow as a unit, particularly in their play at home.
Here's what.
How about that basketball,
Wasn't that
fan?
beautiful?
Wow.
Did you see that?
Oh, we got to see that one again, guys. We've got to see that again.
I need a replay. I'm not sure what I just looked at.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here. They're getting their second look at Oklahoma City in this one.
Yeah, they didn't play well that night. They weren't very aggressive. They shot the ball too often from the perimeter, never got it inside, and they were also very shaky from the foul line.
Pistons leading by 3. Now Knight. His last outing, he had 8 points. Knight gets a screen from Prince. And Maxiel kicks to Stuckey. Dishes it to Maxiel. Can't hit. And the Thunder going the other way now. There's really no excuse. I don't know how many times we've seen it, especially when, Clark, it's time for the playoffs. The winners usually make their free throws.
It's elementary, Watson. Make your free throws when you get them. Everyone needs to take their time, get into their routine, and fundamentally execute the free throw shot.
It's Kevin, not Watson.
Okay, well, Kevin Watson.
Hey, I like it. Okay. Thunder trailing by 3. Right side, Westbrook. With the lead pass, Harden the pass to Perkins. Ibaka dishes to Durant. Clock at 6. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
I think what I like about Durant, guys, is his ability to create his own shot. He's got those long arms. He's about 6'10". He can create space off the dribble, and then he shoots that ball with a high release. So there's literally nothing you can do. Just try to challenge the shot and hope he misses.
Well, he'll give you a 30-piece bucket, a 40-piece bucket, and at the end of the game, he's giving you a clutch bucket. That's what KD is. He is a scorer, personified. There's nothing he can't do to put the ball in the basket.
Durant hits them both.
You can tell a lot about a team by how it handles its business on the road. Typically, that's a good barometer of what kind of success a team is going to have, what they get done on the road. The Thunder showed last year they were going to be right in the mix with their road play.
Prince kicks to Stuckey. And the jam by Craig Monroe. Thunder trailing by 3. Harden kicks to Westbrook. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
At his size, he can really finish at the rim.
Yeah, and not just layups, as you just saw, folks. Wow.
Unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, able to throw it down with ease.
Yeah, the Thunder finished 21-12 on the road last season. For a team so good at home to be able to win on the road like they did, Steve, I thought that was incredibly impressive.
Well, to be an elite team in the NBA, Kevin, you have to win on the road. You got to control your home court and then be able to go out and grind out wins away from from home, and that's exactly what Oklahoma City has established the last couple of seasons.
Knight against Westbrook. He dishes it to Stuckey. Prince outside. 6 to shoot. Monroe sets a screen for Prince. Lets it go from the wing. With the clock winding down. And Craig Monroe with the slam.
Simply said, a tremendous rebound and a tremendous dunk.
He was a man possessed right there, Clark.
Yeah.
That's the kind of energy that you always get from him night after night.
Well, it was the Oklahoma City Thunder winning their last game against Cleveland.
And their shooting percentage from that game tells the story. They got hot, and they stayed hot.
I know, it was something to watch, wasn't it? I mean, I kept waiting for those guys to cool off, and it just never happened.
Durant, the pass to Ibaka. Oh, went in there and tried to power it down, but drew contact. He'll head to the line. They get Jason Maxiell.
Yeah, that's smart basketball. You foul, and you send a very poor free throw shooter to the line.
Yeah, I think that's just smart. I mean, especially the way he's been throwing it down. Make him earn it at the stripe.
That free throw, no good.
And you think about Serge Ibaka playing for years with the Spanish national team. He's actually from Zaire, but as a Spanish citizen, he's played on that national team in Spain, teammates with the Gasol brothers. Talk about a scary front court.
And there's the feed to Perkins. Leads him in there. Ibaka dishes to Durant. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Thunder will retain possession.
Now a quick look back to last year's numbers for Serge Ibaka. First in blocks, and he was so reliable all season long offensively, finishing in the top 10 in field goal percentage.
And you called attention, Steve, to him being the shot blocks leader in the NBA. I mean, without a doubt, his presence on the low block gave them a dimension that very few teams enjoy. Having a presence there that can throw shots out of there, that's big.
Outside for Durant. The 15-footer, and he drops that one in. Durant's got 8. And going back to Ibaka, he speaks 4 languages, English, French, Cotillion, and Lingala.
A world citizen in any way you look at it, but Thunder fans are hoping to keep him settled down in Oklahoma City for a long time.
The Pistons shooting their second and third free throws tonight. And he knocks down the first one. And he can't hit the second.
Well, despite tying things up, he's still shaking his head, knowing he could have given them the lead.
And Durant gets double teamed. 16 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Monroe, and the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And Ibaka kicks to Durant. And stolen by Maxiell. Here's Stuckey. And again, it's the Pistons missing. Here's Harden. Oh, he knocks it in, a beautiful buzzer beater.
Just in time.
Well, he just throws up a prayer, and it gets answered.
And those kind of shots are such a big lift for any team going into a break.
Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. Thunder lead by 3. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return.
The NBA season blasts off. Derrick Rose and the Chicago Bulls take on Chris Paul and the Los Angeles Clippers. This weekend, NBA action.
I ain't no joke. I used to let Mike smoke. Now I
Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And for the Thunder guys, what stands out to you so far?
And a good start for this club. I like the way they played together, really moved the ball and did a nice job offensively.
Yeah, excellent ball movement, and it's paid off on the scoreboard, too.
Here's Knight, still looking to get on the scoreboard.
Well, there's a pretty clear picture now of what Detroit is trying to accomplish, and that's build their identity around their young players, guys like Stuckey and Monroe and Brandon Knight. High character, high quality people. And I think Detroit is definitely on the right track if they can continue to make the right personnel moves.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And Detroit looking at who they've got. Maxiel and Monroe at the 4 and 5. Knight and Stuckey are manning the backcourt. And it's Maggette in at the 3 spot. And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, James Harden, last year's Sixth Man of the Year, he gives the Thunder a boost of energy and offense when he steps onto the court. And he'll tell you that enthusiasm is built in. It all comes with the package, he said. That excitement on the court, I'm the same way off the court. I like to have fun, meet people. I like to give high fives to the kids courtside. That's my personality, and I'm definitely starting to show it a lot more now. Guys?
Well, from the beard to his three-point celebrations, he's a guy who's very comfortable expressing himself. Thanks, Doris. Steve, going back to what you said, the front office just can't say enough positive things about their young players, and it seems the character, and Clark, you're big on this, the character is a big point for them as they bring players in.
That's huge, Kevin. It really is. A good attitude and a solid work ethic. I mean, you can go really far with those attributes, and it's paid off for the Pistons as their young players have continued to improve each year.
Well, part of being one of the elite teams in the league is making sure you handle business, you know, when you head out on the road. And one area where Oklahoma City was fantastic last year was their record against Eastern Conference opponents on the road. They dominated.
That's good from Durant. You know, Steve, they really were great against the East, going 13 and 5 on the season. Clark, not a lot of teams gave them trouble.
Well, when you have the number of shooters that the Thunder have, it can be really hard for a team to figure out how you guard them if you only see them once or twice a year. And the Thunder took full advantage of that.
And they're struggling a little bit on the glass. They've got to pick up their physical play in the paint.
Yeah, it's about being tougher and more physical, just as you said, Steve. If they can do that better, they've got a chance to come back.
Stuckey outside, over Cephalosha. Here's Monroe. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Well, let's take a look at last year's top scorers. Kevin Durant, number 1. And, of course, Russell Westbrook.
Well, these two guys both were phenomenal last year, and either one would be a guy you want to make sure he gets the ball, especially late in a game that you want to win.
And he makes the first.
A lot of changes last year for the Pistons, guys. New ownership, new coach. But it seemed to me that they started to figure out a direction kind of halfway through the season. And I think their future is suddenly looking a lot brighter than it was a couple of years ago.
Rodney Stuckey pulls it in.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
Takes it right up. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Even though they ended up near the bottom once again, they certainly did have, you know, some revelations. Namely, I think, Clark, in the play of their terrific big man, Greg Monroe.
I really like his game, Kevin. He's a post player that you can most definitely build around. The Pistons seemed kind of lost for a little bit, but now they have some cornerstones. You talk about Greg Monroe. I thought Brandon Knight had a good rookie season, so a couple of good pieces there. This is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line right here.
You know, sometimes, guys, with new ownership, drastic changes are made. But the Pistons pretty much held firm last year, although they did add Lawrence Frank as their head coach, who did a nice job. But I think Detroit is really looking to keep this core group of young players together and see if they can develop.
Perkins against Prince. Here's Maxiel. The good-looking shot from the wing. Maxiel's got 6 points. It's Westbrook with the drive. Detroit with the rebound. Back to Detroit always seems to be their MO throughout the various sports. Get a solid core and grow out from there.
Yeah, it's called organic growth. You know, the Pistons really haven't made a big splash in free agency, at least in the NBA. The Pistons have always gathered their talent through the draft, and that's worked for them.
He feeds it to Perkins. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Westbrook's got 3 assists in the game.
Again, they attack the hoop from the lane, and it's been really good to them.
Yeah, they're getting whatever they want down there. That's 4 of their last 5 buckets coming in the paint area.
So as we take a look at the rankings, let's see where Detroit ended up last season. 13th in three-point field goal percentage, 18th in free throw percentage. And as far as steals go, bottom third of the league. That's unacceptable.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already.
Well, I've enjoyed watching the progress of Greg Monroe. He's showed signs of becoming a franchise caliber big man. In fact, in his second season with the Pistons, he upped his numbers across the board.
The defense left him just a little window to get through, and he just ducked in for the layup. Terrific job.
Knight kicks to Prince. He kicks to Monroe. Back to Prince. The Pistons working the ball around now. And the rejection by Ibaka. They get it back. And Durant, here we go. That's good. Durant's got 18 points in the game. Going back to Greg Monroe, he was taken 7th in the 2010 draft, but, you know, Clark, you could argue that he's been the most productive in that draft class.
Yeah, and I think overlooked this because the Pistons have struggled, but I agree with you. Hammer time! Hammer time! Well, they ran a nice play there, Kevin, to set up the easy dunk.
Yeah, he got help from his teammate and ran his man right straight into the pick.
Yep, and that's the offensive player's job. Run him into the screen.
And it was a great pick, too, Clark. I mean, he may have lowered his shoulder a little bit, but he got him pretty clean.
Special thanks to Sprite for that sweet replay. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Detroit. And that one's good.
I think the 2 most explosive point guards in the league right now, Kevin, are Derrick Rose and Westbrook. We just haven't seen the kind of point guards in league history with this kind of finishing ability at the rim.
Well, he does a great job absorbing contact, double clutching, and if he gets a good step on you, forget about it. He can throw it down with the best of them.
And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Hey, Kevin. Well, the Pistons are trying to make some much-needed improvement defensively. Coach Lawrence Frank has given his players an interesting incentive, saying, quote, "We give the ultimate gold ticket to players. If we get stops, we just play out of basketball principles. We don't run set plays off of misses. So if I'm a player and I want freedom, I'm going to get stops." Kevin, this is an intriguing way to encourage that kind of effort on the defensive end.
Defense, maybe not as much fun as offense. So putting that carrot out there makes some sense. The dish to Cephalosha. Puts the lead pass in front of him. Perkins kicks to Harden. Harden gets a screen from Perkins. Off the pick. And there's another one for the Thunder.
Great screen there. It sprung him open, and he took advantage.
Westbrook against Knight. Now here's Maxia. Tight defense on him. The 19-foot shot can't get it to go. And the Thunder going the other way now. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Up top, Ibaka. Back to Westbrook. Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession. With the break in the action, here is the 2K leaderboard to show us the league's best shooting teams last season. In third, the Thunder.
Hard to shoot the ball any better than they did. I mean, they weren't the best in the league, but they were pretty close.
Pistons trail by 6. Barbosa kicks to Knight. Pass to Monroe. He's against Perkins. Monroe's shot is good. Monroe's got 8 here in the quarter.
Got such a good feel for his shot today, in a really good groove.
Westbrook passes to Cephalosha. Guarded by Prince. That's tipped. Cephalosha dishes to Westbrook. Perkins kicks to Harden. Perkins with a screen on Barbosa. From deep, Harden. Tayshaun Prince with the rebound.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had early.
There's 57 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Westbrook passes to Perkins. Here's Barbosa. He's got 5. And there's the pass to Knight. Kicks to Prince. Over Perkins. And there's Tayshaun Prince on the assist by Knight. And that's now 6 points for Prince. Pass to Cephalosha. Back to Harden. Feeds it to Perkins. Monroe on him. Perkins kicks to Harden. Lets the 3 fly. They grab their own miss. Gets the bucket. Perkins got 4 points this quarter.
Well, they keep going right back to the paint, and who can blame them? I mean, they're getting it done in there.
Yeah, 3 of their last 5 buckets, guys, have come from inside the lane area, so I'd expect them to continue to go inside right at the defense.
The 3 from Harden, and the shot is good. Harden's got 8 points.
Well, with the defense recovering into the lane, you've got a wide open shooter at the 3-point line.
And the first half ends in a close one. Thunder out in front, up by 5. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
And it's been great basketball going on in Detroit. Let's get right to it. The Thunder taking care of business. They look to continue their winning streak. We've watched Kevin Durant doing pretty much whatever he wants against the Pistons. Seems like everything's falling for him. Not sure if he even knows how to miss. And battling nonstop, the Detroit Pistons. They've capitalized on their trips to the charity stripe, and that's been crucial. Greg Monroe has been outstanding. Consistent shooting from the field, making well over 65% of his shots. Not a lot of guys put up a half a basketball like that. And a look now at some games that have yet to tip off. The Suns out in Phoenix will go up against the Nuggets. That's a 7 p.m. tip time, 10 Pacific. And one game also on the docket. The Timberwolves will face off against the Mavericks out in Dallas. A 7:30 Eastern tip time. And a look here at the other NBA action. It'll be the Raptors out at Air Canada Center against the Jazz. Start time, 7 o'clock Eastern. And we'll be heading back to the court for the rest of our coverage as we go to Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke for the second half.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game.
What a performance from Durant here. 18 points, and he's made 3 shots at the foul line.
Well, that's important. I mean, get to the foul line. Any team, when you can outscore your opponent from the foul line, it's critical, and he's trying to do his part right there.
So the Thunder 5 right now. At the 2, 3, 4 respectively, the trio of James Harden, Kevin Durant, and Serge Ibaka. Perkins is out there with Russell Westbrook.
Points in the paint have been the main course, or main entree, if you will. They just keep pounding it inside.
Well, they're seeing no resistance defensively in the paint area, so the defense has got to be tougher.
That's good. Westbrook's got 14 points.
Well, you have so many things to deal with when you play Oklahoma City. They're good defensively, but I think they're even scarier offensively because of the one-on-one prowess of Durant, Westbrook, and James Harden. They're just extremely tough to cover.
Free throw good, Westbrook. Yeah, and with so many weapons outside, as you said, Steve, their games can turn into shootouts, Clark, very quickly. We've seen that.
And that's exactly what they want to do, Kevin. I mean, the Thunder just don't sit back and take what the defense gives them. They basically spread you out and try to get one of their stars in a mismatch. That was a nice finish to an excellent possession.
Dishes it to Harden. That's blocked. They recover it. Goes back up. And yes, sir, that one drops. Harden's got 10 points in the game.
The defense playing way too soft there, guys. He's just getting right to the rim.
Here's Monroe. That's good. The assist that time from Knight. Knight's got 4 assists now tonight.
Hot start for this club coming out of halftime. That's 3 in a row now. Well, Brandon Knight is an athletic combo guard. Spent 1 year at Kentucky, where he took the Wildcats to a Final Four. And for a Detroit team that's already stacked with combo guards, it's a questionable fit. But he's got a bright future in this league. It's just a matter of finding the right situation.
He passes to Maxiel. He dishes it to Prince. There's the feed to Maxiel. Back to Prince. Defended by Durant. Left block shot on the way. Prince misses. And Brandon Knight can still definitely score, but still developing and proving himself as a playmaker.
Yeah, he really is a guy that takes his craft seriously. As a matter of fact, coming out of high school and even at Kentucky, one of the things that was challenging for his coaches was to help him not strive for such perfection that it was a hindrance. So he's going to continue to work and develop, and he just has to make sure that he's not too hard on himself going forward, because he can be, I think, an excellent guard as a defender and scorer and playmaker.
Well, for Kevin Durant, it was a terrific season. Let's look at his numbers last season. First in scoring, and he was very solid from the foul line, closing out the year among the top 20 in terms of free throw percentage.
And Steve, as you mentioned, I mean, he set the standard offensively with more points than any other player in the league. I mean, a really remarkable season for him.
Knight with it. Westbrook picks him up. Here's Monroe. The Thunder pull it in. Perkins got his 7th rebound here tonight. The Thunder leading by 8. Outside Westbrook. Back to Perkins. Dunks it down.
Man, offensive execution has been the story here. Just playing beautiful basketball.
And guys, you can see it in their advantage in field goal percentage. I mean, you get high quality shots, you're usually going to shoot well. They're playing outstanding basketball.
He feeds it to Stuckey. Over Harden. It's blocked. Westbrook against Knight. It's Westbrook with the drive. And fouled as he went up to the dunk. Good aggressive move, and he'll shoot 2.
You know, you look at how dominant Russell Westbrook is statistically in just about every facet of the game. The scary part is he's still learning how to play point guard. You know, he was a 2 guard at UCLA and really kind of a combo guard his first year in the league, but he's handling the ball and distributing and doing a better job than ever before.
Free throw good, Westbrook. You talk about Westbrook's upside, still in his early 20s. He's yet to even enter his prime. And the kid has expanded his game each and every season.
And that's what I like about him. I know he's had some critics, and some of the criticism is justified, but it's over the top in many cases. And you've got to keep in mind the big picture. This is a young, developing point guard who has already accomplished an awful lot in what I think is going to be an all-NBA type career. An open lane right there, pretty much saw the daylight he wanted and took advantage.
Yeah, great opportunity, and he seized it without much hesitation.
Yeah, a little too easy, if you ask me. The defense really needs to tighten things up here.
The Thunder leading by 10. Jumps up. That one goes. Count it. Westbrook's got 23 points.
Something has to change, guys. That's 10 straight points coming in the paint against this team.
Well, they got to collapse in there, and everybody's got to be conscious of it. It's a team effort in protecting the paint. Control the ball, and then everybody's got to get in there and keep the defense locked down.
Bunny shot. Here's Monroe. The stupendous finish in traffic. Monroe's got 4 this quarter.
And Kevin, keep an eye tonight on how many plays he keeps alive for his club. Just the way he works, the way he moves, the way he anticipates plays before they happen, constantly looking to get an offensive board.
And I also really like his skill as a low-post passer, guys. He sees the whole court and doesn't hesitate to pass up his own shot if he can get the ball to a teammate for a better look.
Shot clock at 6. Harden against Stuckey. Over Harden. Here's Monroe, and he drops it in following the offensive rebound. Monroe's got 21 in the game. And so here is Oklahoma City.
Well, you talk about Pistons head coach Lawrence Frank. He has a reputation for hard work, very meticulous. Not a guy who had a big pedigree in his basketball career to lean on, so he really made his way with hard work and determination.
Knight against Westbrook. Now here's Stuckey. He's guarded closely. That's good. Stuckey's got 9. The Thunder leading by 10. And Lawrence Frank, as you mentioned, Steve, not a guy who played the game at a high level. Do you think that's a disadvantage for him?
Well, it just depends. I mean, you know, if you can prove to your players that you're worthy of being their coach, then they don't care if you played or not. And I think that's the case with Lawrence Frank. I mean, the players see how hard he works. They see his passion for the game. They see how smart he is. So there may be a week or two early on where they're kind of sizing him up. But in the end, once they figure out what he's all about, I think there's no problem there.
Puts it up, and Ibaka slams it in.
Great job to kick it back and create the easy basket.
Boy, I love that decision right there, Steve. Terrific.
Monroe sets a screen for Knight. He kicks it to Prince. Over Durant, and that's Prince. That time on the assist by Knight. 8 points for Prince.
He exposed a flaw in the defense. No way they're supposed to be giving him that shot.
Westbrook drives in. Ibaka back to Westbrook. Right side Westbrook. And stolen by Knight. Stuckey against Durant.
This is Kevin Harlan. Reached up high and brought it down hard.
Well, that's how you do the dunk. That's for darn sure.
And that's how you commentate it.
You guys are crazy. An easy look there, but, you know, he misses those once in a while.
Knight kicks to Monroe. That's good. The assist that time from Knight. And now it's just a 4-point Thunder lead.
Guys, he's really shot the ball well. It's definitely not his fault they find themselves trailing in this one.
Westbrook gets a screen from Ibaka. To the middle. Up off the screen. And he dunks it after the pick frees him up.
One of the oldest plays in basketball made that dunk possible.
That's right. A terrific screen right there, Steve. Allowed him to lose his man and rock it to the rim.
Well, don't you love to see players working together in that fundamental play? Fun to watch.
Got him with the turnaround there. That was as sweet as honey.
Westbrook against Knight. Westbrook dishes to Perkins. And it's out of bounds to the Thunder as Oklahoma City retains possession.
Well, let's take a look at how Oklahoma City ranked in the league last year. First in blocks, first in free throw percentage, and they were ranked 3rd in team scoring. This team knows how to score the ball, entertaining at the offensive end.
And the thing that really jumps out at me when you talk about all those stats, Clark, is the blocks, because number 1 in the league, obviously really protecting the paint. They had good length, a lot of depth. And the overall team defense, the rotations was really solid because we saw players across their roster blocking shots.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Yarebko's checked in for Maxey. Maggette comes in for Tayshaun Prince. And it's Bynum in for Brandon Knight. Jackson misses. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Bynum with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Goes up with the stripe. And Detroit again with the bucket.
And we have seen the intensity pick up big time here in the second half.
Well, you can feel the desire from both teams that they really want to win this.
It's taken away by Stuckey. For the tie, it's good. This game is all even. Stuckey's got 6 here in this quarter.
And some instant offense coming for them after that steal.
Yeah, that's terrific, beautiful transition basketball. No chance at all for the defense to get back and set up.
Tie game in Detroit. And we'll have the start of the 4th quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break.
Tune in this Saturday night. The Denver Nuggets go up against Tim Duncan and the San Antonio Spurs. Be there.
Welcome back. It's time for the fourth quarter and time to check in with the fourth member of our team, Doris Burke, to find out who had the Sprite uncontainable game. Doris?
Hi, guys. Our uncontainable game tonight, Greg Monroe. Without a doubt, he has been the big difference maker for his team, coming up with timely play over and over again. Coach has to be ecstatic with his performance.
Doris thanks. His first three quarters have been outstanding.
But he's put so much energy in those first three quarters, Kevin. You wonder, does he have anything left in the tank to keep it going in the fourth?
You know what, Steve? I'd be surprised if there's any drop-off here. As hot as he's been, he should be able to just ride that wave of momentum and adrenaline for as long as he needs to.
Find him out there with Rodney Stuckey. Then it's Maggette. Then there's Charlie Villanueva. And it's Monroe in at the pivot, manning the middle. That's the group for Detroit right now.
Excellent defense on the perimeter that time. He probably should have passed up that shot.
Tipped. Tries to save it. Jackson passes to Cephalosha. And he makes good on his first shot of the game. And the Thunder lead by 4.
Both of these teams have really stepped it up offensively.
You know what, Steve? They haven't missed a chance, and I think both teams really know what's at stake on every possession here.
Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Jackson kicks to Durant. Shoots off the step back, and there's another one for the Thunder.
Boy, he's been so cool out there, composed, never rattled. I mean, a very steady contributor to the offense.
Bynum kicks to Maggette. The dish to Monroe. Working on Collison. Monroe dishes to Villanueva. Goes up, and Craig Monroe with the slam.
Boy, that kind of hustle you just love to see.
And it gets his teammates fired up.
Yeah, especially with the powerful slam to finish things off.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, during that break, Coach Scott Brooks had some words for his team. He said, nobody but us believed we'd be in this position, and here we are. I'm proud of you guys tonight. Now go finish this thing off.
Thanks, Doris. Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Tayshaun Prince is checked in for Villanueva. And it's Brandon Knight in for Will Bynum. Pistons trail by 4. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Monroe with a screen on Westbrook. Here's Knight. Here's Monroe. And the layup is good. Monroe's got 14 points here in the second half.
Well, that's what he does. He's going to fight and battle on the offensive glass all night.
Durant attacking. The kick out to Westbrook. Fires for 3. The basket good off the assist from Durant. That's 28 points for Russell Westbrook.
Well, it took him a long time to get that three-point range. Maybe this will get him going.
18 feet out. Prince misses.
And it is very dangerous to leave him open like that. Lucky break for the defense that he missed it.
Harden with it. And it's Knight picking him up. The Pistons have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Here's Maggette. Serge Ibaka with the rebound. Ibaka's got 6 rebounds in the game. Right side Durant. Pass to Harden. The 3 is launched. Gets it to go. And the Thunder lead by 8.
Yeah, that's his first 3 of the half. There may be more in store.
Now a timeout called by Detroit.
James Harden has become one of the best players off the bench in the NBA. And anytime you get a guy who can score like that and create offense, it's a tremendous weapon to have coming off your bench.
Jason Maxiel's checked in for Tayshaun Prince. Stuckey outside. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Knight. Thunder with the rebound. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. And going back to Harden, very fashion forward. It's not just the beard, it's the bow tie, the thick rim glasses.
Yeah, he calls Baron Davis his big brother, and they look like they go to the same stylist, that's for sure. I think it's the LA hipster thing, that swag that they're flowing with going on. But it's all good because Baron is a good role model for a guy like Harden. And to Harden's credit, he's latched himself to that wagon.
The Thunder leading by 6. Westbrook passes to Durant. The kick out to Right side Durant over Maggette. And that one's good. Durant. Durant's got 8 here in the quarter. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
And Maxiel kicks to Stuckey. Goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
That was a nice, strong one-hand jam there.
Yeah, brought it back and ripped it down.
Yeah, that's how you do it. That's nice.
Harden is guarded by Stuckey. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. An even 3-on-3 break. Knight kicks to Maxiel. Down low. Here's Stuckey. The shot is off. Great D that time from Westbrook. The Thunder with the lead. It's Durant on the wing. Covered by Maggette. Durant dishes to Perkins. Shoots over Monroe. And then Durant with the jam.
Well, you're not going to get a more high-quality look than that. Terrific offensive rebound there.
Here's Knight. The pass to Maggette. Straight up. Kendrick Perkins pulls it in. Perkins got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Durant, the pass to Perkins. Gets the bucket. And it's a 10-point Thunder lead.
That's right where they wanted to go with the ball on that possession.
Knight with it. Kicks to Monroe. Passes to Maxiel. Ibaka on him. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Stuckey. Good. Stuckey's got 10 points here in the second half.
I like it. He could have gone for the forced finish, but opted instead for kind of a nice smooth finger roll. I like it.
Went for the two-hand throw down there. Needed safety and power.
That's how you do it.
Yep. No, nothing fancy, but he finished with force.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. They're losing by 10. 1:56 left in the fourth quarter. .153 left to play here in the fourth. Here's Knight. No luck. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way.
He may want to start spreading the ball around a little bit. His shot is off right now.
And here is Durant. In for the dunk.
All business there, not messing around one bit. Flushed it right with one hand.
He never does, Clark. He never does.
Well, that's kind of his trademark, those slams like that one.
Knight kicks to Monroe. Maggette outside. The high post shot. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
And a missed opportunity right there.
Definitely. I think he should have converted that one.
Shot's good by Durant.
He's been so valuable for this team with plays like that one.
Westbrook against Knight. Feeds it to Maxiel. That's good. The assist that time from Knight. 1:02 left to play in the final quarter. Outside Durant. Left side Durant. Again, Oklahoma City.
What an incredible quarter he's having. He's unstoppable right now.
There's 45 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Knight dishes to Monroe. Maxiel, a baseline J, and the shot is good.
You know, guys, this is what happens with him. All of a sudden, he can erupt from the floor.
Now here's Durant. Ibaka defended by Maxiel. And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That's his third foul of the game.
Great defense. He anticipated the play and got there first.
Yeah, I think he got there in time. Nice play.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Drummond's checked in for Monroe. Urebko comes in for Jason Maxiel. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Rodney Stuckey. And it's Bynum in for Brandon Knight. Daquan Cook's checked in for the Thunder.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one, short stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
Now Maynard. Here's Jones. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. Not much to be critical of with this win, Clark.
Not at all. I mean, they showed up not just to play, they showed up to give great effort and to win, and they did both.
Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Dorisburg, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see you next time. And now, our Jordan Player of the Game, Kevin Durant.